Hello, everybody. Happy Monday, and I hope everybody's having a happy Monday. I am. It's a sunny day here. It's going to be a sunny day for the rest of the week. I had a good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. I had enjoyable times. I had fun. I laughed. I joked. Had a good time, and so it's been a nice weekend. But I'm going to talk to you today, and I'm going to talk about when indifference turns to malicious hate, sort of, or maybe a harmful indifference, but indifference nonetheless turns to malicious hate. And I'm talking about this because, as you know, last week I was talking about some stuff that was going on about Twitter. And on Tuesday, there was a big blow up with the hashtag Black Power is for Black Men and stuff. I made lots of comments on that hashtag. Please, if you're on Twitter, look them up. I sure did. I'm never ashamed to stand up for myself or stand up for Black women, and that's what I do. That's what I do on this blog. That's who I'm about. You know, uh, I am have no kind of personal set animosity um, against Black men. Although, you know, I'm not rah-rahing them. I'm not a cheerleader for them. Don't really care and stuff. But I had a lot of, over the weekend and later on in the week, I had a lot of random people from random Twitter accounts, I guess, who saw those because they were a hashtag. So they were pretty public, in the set of hashtags, calling and telling me stuff and telling me what I shouldn't say and who I shouldn't talk to and what I shouldn't talk about and stuff. And on the personal level, I could really care less. um, Nobody's going to stop me from talking about anything I want to talk about. Nobody's definitely going to stop me from trying to help um, Black women protect themselves. And I'm not talking about protect yourself physically. I'm talking about protecting yourself mentally and emotionally, which is even more important. To tell you the truth, protecting yourself physically is great, but sometimes if we would protect ourselves mentally and emotionally, we wouldn't have to be in places where we would have to protect ourselves physically. You wouldn't even go there and stuff. So today I'm going to talk about indifference turning into hate. And I'll talk about this in the context of you guys know I've talked about narcissism and what narcissism is and narcissistic personality disorder and stuff like that. And I talk about that because I was talking about emotional abuse and what happened regarding me and my past marriage and the fact that my ex-husband was had narcissistic personality disorder. And so I've studied a lot and I've read a lot about it. I'm probably one of very few people who's read enough about it outside of the psychology world that kind of knows a bit about it, and stuff from reading. I think it's important for you to know what it is because it's not what you think it is. I think people think narcissism is that people love themselves, but that's not it at all. Particularly with narcissistic personality disorder, that's not even close to what they do. They don't love themselves at all. They have they have something missing in themselves, missing from childhood trauma. Whatever happened to them, they were, usually it's got something to do with their mothers, but not all the time, but a good number of times it has something to do with their mother. And there's either not enough love and sort of stability and wholeness and borders and things that you borders and boundaries and things that you need to be a healthy adult, or there's not enough, or there's too much. And I wouldn't even call it love, more than sort of a smothering, coddling thing, where they miss some part of their developmental psyche. And so they end up as these grown-ups who miss something and who are looking for something in other people. But it's weird. It's not like codependency. It's something where they're looking to imitate what they see as normal human emotion. They're looking for things in other people that they admire, But once you sort of show them those things, once you show them tenderness or love or understanding or something like that, something sort of kicks in on them and stuff. Once you stop sort of giving into their narcissism and try to make them feel better about themselves, where they're narcissizing you and kind of leeching off of you, to get all of their false kind of self-esteem and self-confidence and self-worth from you. And once you show your vulnerable self, then they kind of become disgusted. They find you sort of useless, and then they turn against you. And I'm saying this to Black women because this is sort of what I see happening with many, many Black men, is that they've been leeching off of Black women for so long. All these issues and stuff, and just leeching, trying to get the part of them that's missing from Black women. And they've been leeching so long, and now you've shown yourself vulnerable, and now they're disgusted by you. They don't want you no more. They don't. And then when they need their narcissism, sort of, their false self, sort of, undergirded again. When they need their false self, somebody, when they're feeling like, I need my false self, I'm not feeling good, and I need my false self once again, for somebody to come in and tell me my false self is wonderful, then they come back and they fish and they say stuff and they do stuff, and then Black women react, and then they're like, oh, I feel so better about myself, and then they hate you all over again and stuff. And so it's sort of a really vicious sort of cycle and stuff, and it's happening. And you need to be aware. The article about narcissism was on here. Please read it. Try to find it on Married Girl in the Real World. Try to find it. It's a good one. I have a couple of them about it's particularly one. I love you. I hate me. I hate me. I love you. And stuff. And so it's a really sort of weird cycle. It's so weird, but you're so mad and angry about what goes on because it's so vicious and malicious. It doesn't stop. There's no real cure for people with narcissistic personality disorder. They don't really know how to love people. They just don't. Um, the gentleman, I use that word loosely. The men who are trying to sort of, bully me into stopping from talking about subjects regarding Black men and Black women. Yeah, I don't really care. You'll just be mad and stay mad. I don't care. Um, my thought is to protect Black women. And so today I was on, and someone was talking about Black women reinventing themselves and separating themselves from Black men and reinventing themselves and not holding your destiny attached to their destiny, because you know what, your destiny isn't attached to their destiny and stuff. But because Black women have been convinced and fooled into thinking that every time something happens, we're at the folks' beck and call, we're lying down in the street when nobody does anything in a reciprocal way for us. And somebody was talking about, well, I think Black men, overall love Black women, more. Listen, I done been a lot of places. I've not just lived here in Seattle. I've also lived in Texas. Been a lot of places. Done a lot of things. Known a lot of people. The Black men in my family that love me. Random Black men, I feel no love from at all. I feel no love, no respect, no honor, no anything. I feel nothing. I see nothing. Their actions don't tell me anything. Their words may be saying one thing, but the actions say absolutely something totally different. And it's like I say, it's gone from being indifferent to now being malicious hate. And I'm going to tell you when that happens. It's at the point where you start sticking up for yourself and making boundaries. And I talked about that last week about resistance to boundaries. And one of them is anger. And Now, many black women are setting up boundaries and talking about their pain and being honest and, talking about what's happened to them, you know, at the hands of the black community and black men, and stuff. And, I can't say I can, some of it I just, cause I've never attached my destiny to people based on just on, pure, no, I look out for black women, but like on no, no, um if you're down for me, I'm down for you. If you're not down for me, then I'm not down for you. It's not gonna happen. I don't care who you are and stuff, and so this sort of thing, I've never felt it. I've never felt all this stuff about, the camaraderie we had as black men. I've never seen that. I've never felt that and stuff. And I've never seen it. Even in my younger days when I was trying to give black men benefit of the doubt, and stuff, which, I really a long time ago I stopped doing. But I was trying to give black men benefit of the doubt. I didn't see it. I gave benefit of the doubt, but I never personally got benefit of the doubt myself and stuff, And so I don't know where all this comes from. I don't know where the people's myths and fantasies of what it was to be in the black community and we all, and I don't even know where that comes from. Okay. Because really, for the most part, all I see is black women doing work and black men, complaining because black women ain't doing enough and stuff. And then, black women not getting anything, just sort of dissed. And so what's happening is the indifference has now what was for a long time just sort of indifference towards black women has now turned into malicious, really malicious hate. And and it's really turned really sort of crazy, Now, personally, I don't really care if people hate me, and stuff. I mean, I'm sure lots of people do. I don't really care if people hate me. I'm really only concerned about the people that love me. I don't really have time to worry about people that hate me. I worry about people that love me. And I want other black women to do that, to stop trying to prove yourself worthy or lovable or likable or anything to people who are really showing you all the time how much they hate you, and stuff. It's getting ridiculous now. I mean, I could put a million examples up, and stuff. I could be here all day talking about the stuff that I see and hear people say and see people do and the actions people have, that black men have towards black women to just show, we really just hate your guts, and stuff. And like I say, it's not just indifference. It's now become malicious hate, and that's too bad. Some folks telling me something about, well, what about white men? Listen, white men don't owe me nothing. They don't, and stuff. And really, for my thought, black men don't really owe me nothing either. But if somebody's gonna owe somebody something, if we're gonna do the owe stuff, then I would probably vote on black men owing me more than white men. Because, see, black women don't march for white men. They don't support white men. They don't, they're not down trying to do stuff, for white men. They're, because, they don't really owe them nothing. And all the stuff that black women have done for black men, is usually met with sort of contempt. And, it's getting sort of like, really, for real? And it's sort of enough. Um, I'm not going to go off on no long rant about this or that, and stuff. I don't mess with narcissistic people. Narcissistic people are incapable of loving people. They're incapable of loving themselves, and stuff. So I don't even worry about narcissistic people. They come my way. I'm like, yeah, bye. As soon as I figure out what they're doing, and it's like, bye, you're done, and stuff. And I don't think about them. I'm not worried about them. I'm not trying to make sure people get better or feel better about themselves. That's not my problem. My problem is to make sure that I take care of myself. I'm not really worried about, um, you know, random folks. I'm not on here trying to defend white men and say how wonderful they are, because they got a bunch of problems too. So I care less. I'm worried about the only white men I'm worried about. loving me as the white man I'm married to. Random white men, whatever. And as for black men, I only worry about the ones that care about me. That's it. That's all. That's it. And I'm trying to let black women know, if you got black men that care about you, worry about them. If you don't, then don't worry about them at all. Just don't worry about what they do. Don't worry about what they say, because there's nothing there. There's nothing there. You know, um, it's become sort of hate. And stuff. There isn't, and this sort of, oh, we're in, oh, we shouldn't be fighting against, I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm done. Why would I fight for what is already mine? Why would I fight about that? Why would I fight for something that I have a right to? Why would I fight about that? That's stupid. I have a right to be loved and protected and supported, and cherished and all that good stuff and appreciated, and stuff. I have a right to all of that. So I'm not going to fight with some folks that don't want to give it to me and like, please, you better give it. You don't have to do nothing. I've found a set of people, and that set of people are the people that give me that. The rest of the people can do whatever they want to do, and stuff. We're not going to all come together and sing kumbaya. I'm not trying to make no reconciliation with nobody. I could care less. I'm not accepting apologies without any proof of change, of long-term change. I could care less about the I'm sorry, or, I didn't realize you felt like that. Really, dude? For black women, I hope y'all not falling for that, because really, y'all been feeling like this for a long time. People now just, oh, really, really, you shocked? Whatever, people playing ignorant and all that stuff. Whatever. Um, this is probably the last time I'll talk about this, and then I will move on into what I really want, to talk about with black women. I don't usually talk about black men on this blog because they're not my focus. But I just wanted to say that because I've just come to see and sort of realize and come to notice that yes, what was indifference is now just, turning into hate, and it may be time for you to um, reinvent yourself and come out and, come out here and look for the people who do support you, and don't worry about the rest. Don't worry about the rest. You are not at the bottom of any totem pole. Please stop saying that. You are not inferior to anyone. Please stop saying that. Black women, oh, we're at the bottom. I'm not at the bottom of no totem pole. Okay, I don't even know what pole, folks. I can't participate in stuff like that. I don't participate in stuff. I make the choices of what I participate in. I know other people don't feel like they have that power, but I do. I have the power to participate in whatever I want to participate in. If I want to participate in it, I don't. And I don't participate in that totem pole talk or mess. I don't participate in that stuff. You'll never hear that here, and stuff. I don't do that. You're not at the bottom of nothing. Okay. You know, um, I don't participate in that sort of talk. I don't participate in this talk of black women are down or bad. I mean, even if black men is indifferent or hateful towards you, really, that's them. That's them. They really hate themselves, so of course they're gonna hate you. People who hate themselves always hate other people. They don't have nothing to do with you, and you need to stop taking on other people's mess, and other people's, lunacy that don't have nothing to do with you. And so, of course, yeah, people who hate themselves, of course, they hate you. Um, you need to love yourself so you can find some people that's gonna love you, you know, and not really worry about these folks that keep, like I say, keep telling you that they hate you. It's a waste of your time. You only have a finite amount of time. You only have so much time here. Do you really want to spend the rest of it trying to prove to people that you deserve stuff that you actually deserve? Nah, yeah, no. I'm not in for that. And so, you know, this is sort of the end of this conversation. And what's going to happen with this is we're moving on now. We're going to learn to make some better choices and exercise our options and make better emotional choices and set up some boundaries and be healthy and emotionally healthy and all that sort of stuff, because that's what matters. That's how everything else changes, is it changes in your mind first, and then everything on the outside changes and stuff. It'll be easier to make those decisions and not worry about whether or not everybody else is on board with you. If other people ain't on board with you being happy, yeah, doesn't matter. You can just sit around and enjoy yourself and be happy. That's the best part. So, that's pretty much it for that. I hope everybody's having a good rest of their day. I certainly will. Oh, be enjoying myself. Oh, I didn't get much sleep last night. And be enjoying myself and enjoying my life and enjoying the rest of the summer here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And the sun is shining, and so we're gonna find some fun stuff to do around here. But until then, you beautiful ladies, stay beautiful and hopeful and wonderful, and know that you deserve the best possible life there is out there for you. And my hope is I can be a tiny part of helping you get that. Okay, I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.